Hello traders, what's going on? All right, so today's a new day. It's Thursday and we had a webinar, so if you're interested, check out the webinar on the previous video. It's has some good information in there, and today's trading actually went better than yesterday for sure. I missed out on some good trades, but here it is. Euro dollar yesterday had a nice run to the upside. We're kind of like took 2 days, but we can see this nice run to the upside. And yesterday I had a loss because I had entered here, it stopped me out, and then boom, eventually came back down. So, and we can tell here that actually it had hit some good resistance from way back. You actually can see that on the webinar, and it also hit a big number, which is the 800 institutional level, and right here. So my stop loss should have been just a little bit above, and then from there I dropped. But anyways, I did sell again and I was able to make some profit. I wrote it up to here, and then it came down to a little bit lower, which I actually had previously done it here, a support box, which we have talked about that already, and it came exactly to this support box right over here. So it was really nice trade. I was able to enter here again at this signal, and then I was able to get out when it hit over here. Unfortunately, I was positive, really nice for the day, and then I decided to enter on a buy, which was a big mistake because we're still on a sell zone. What does that mean? It means that the market had a nice run up to the upside, and we're still very close to the sell zone. The market needs to fill in all of this move to the upside, needs to come back down again. And we went over that on the webinar, and what I want you to see is why the mistake that I did was, we have already spoke about that we were under the 4-hour time frame. We were below this moving average. And if we really want to get in, we need two things that need to happen. Well, one, again, we were on a sell zone really up here. We should have really looked for a sell. But if I really wanted to buy in here, we should have waited for this current candle, which I entered on this open candle. I should have waited for this current candle to close above this moving average, and to actually see the market itself, the price, break through the 4-hour moving average. So this was a nice resistance, right? And then boom, from there it was like a rubber band. It bounced off from there and it brought down the price. So that was a bad entry. So please learn from this mistake. This is a great tip for you to follow, that when you get a signal, I already told you, check out on the webinar, we have tops and bottoms where we need to sell. And we sell if we're buying too expensive or if we're buying cheap. That's the major thing. Just like you're buying a product, you want to make sure you hustle the price to be cheaper so you can resell it and make a profit. It's the same way. So now, again, if we want to buy, if we get a buy signal, what we need to make sure is that, boom, it needs to actually have something like this, where you see this candle broke and stayed above this moving average. We need to enter the next candle, but two things need to happen. One, it needs to go above this one, and two, we need to go through the 4-hour moving average so that this actually can go higher a little bit, and then actually maybe from here it can bounce back again. So maybe it's best to look actually for a sell entry instead of a buying entry. So that was one of the mistakes. So I was really positive for the day. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm still positive, but here it is. So these were the entries for euro dollar, the sell entry right on top, and I was able to get profit on that. Then euro yen, I bought on that and then stopped me out. Then this was again euro dollar for sell, so we were going with the trend. And then I made the silly mistake of buying, which I should have known better, that we are now going down to fill this empty space, and I didn't wait for that really good opportunity to actually see the signal saying, yeah, buy, but I needed to make sure that this was a good buy, and it was not a good buy. So anyways, I mean, The stop loss really should have been here. You know, it's still within the range of that it might work out, and I put my stop loss way too high, which actually should be below the 3. So if I had put it in here, then it should have, I would still be in the trade, and then actually wait and see if it works out. But that was that. And I was kind of actually talking too much, but I was giving some good information, and we missed out on gold entry because I didn't get an alert. We didn't get an alert because, you know, it took too long to break this candle, and I wasn't looking at this chart, but this was the entry right over here, and it came down for 100 and something pips. So unfortunately I missed out on that. That was like 200 pips, and this was the entry. And for some of you, what we need to make sure is that we get the signal. You know, that's the first thing. The second thing that we need to make sure is we need to get a bearish candle. And then the other thing is, obviously, we need to make sure that we're going below this candle. So the best thing is to wait for a candle to close below the moving average, then boom, get in. And the other thing that we need to make sure is that we're actually going through the 4-hour, or we are below the moving average, and that was actually happening. So we're good to go. You know, that's a good entry. And then, you know, again, we have to draw our supports, you know, and stuff like that, our boxes where the market possibly come back down, and this was a nice support, and then obviously that would be our exit point. So that was that. You know, that was after all the waiting. I missed out on a good trade. So now we know that we need to be always on alert and carefully watch our graphs and see what's going on. And you know, there was nothing else for pound dollar. The entry, again, pound dollar had a nice run to the upside, and there was a nice maybe sell opportunity right here. We had some support box over here. So, you know, after a nice move, now it kind of calmed down. It was not really doing much. But so that's it, traders. I am positive still for the day. So let me show you. Okay, so here it is. These are the results. This is day 1, 589, day 2, which was yesterday, negative 161. Here, I was already positive I should have never got in. And, well, I'm still positive. It's not much, but it's still good, you know. I'm still trying out how the rules, and, you know, I'm still, but again, you know, I was busy with the webinar, but overall, like I said, it's actually going smooth. It's going slowly, but this is how you actually should trade, slowly but surely, you know, increasing your account. You cannot go like crazy thinking that you're gonna get 5,000, 3,000 and stuff like that. Yes, I can do that. I can increase my lots, and I can concentrate more and pay more attention on those nice moves, just like how we missed on gold right now. But you know, it's just part of the game. But you know, as soon if we keep our trading, you know, we keep with the plan, and you actually trade slowly, and you trade higher time frames, and you concentrate on 1 or 2 pairs, you'll get there eventually. You have to learn the market structure, market conditions, why the market does what it does, and why does it get to levels. You know, it just didn't get here just by chance. You know, it got here because, you know, it had to cover fill this move, and then it had to fill more of a higher move, which it got to exactly to this high over here. It got to this, it hit this high. Sorry about this. And then it actually came to hit this high over here, and then finally dropped from there. So it, you know, we can tell that it had to fill this part, but then it still have some parts to fill the market to keep on going higher. So we still have a chance that it might keep on going higher and higher. We kind of see that we're making a higher high, I mean a lower high, higher lows, that's what you actually call it, and higher highs over here. So this is possibly that it can get to some place around here and then keep on going higher. Who knows? I mean, but that's why we have to be alert and see what's going on with the market. All right, traders, so overall it's still positive. We'll see how we do on a Friday. Always Fridays you have to be extra careful, and I will see you tomorrow.